Hello, thank you for listening to the Fillet podcast. This is episode 134. I'm Grant Fierro here with Mike Medina. Say hello, Mike.
Hey, what's up? I never know what to say when
He sounded bummed.
say what's up.
Hey.
Hi.
Yeah, so this is episode 134. I think I just said that. But now we're going to talk about what went down this week of holidays and security guards not being at work. So Nike just dropped a tour video on Thrasher. It's about 6 minutes long. Mike and I just watched it. It just came out about 30 minutes ago. Mike, you literally just finished it right before we went live.
It was awesome. It seems like it's like the first thing that obviously came to mind. You got to like kind of watch my reaction to it. I guess was like how heavy and how like elite these pro dudes are that are on Nike. You know what I mean? That go on like a tour or like a trip or like a Midwest tour, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, shit, dude. Imagine going to a demo and basically seeing Street League instead.
Yeah, it would be wild to watch a Nike demo.
I mean, think about the lineup that were there. How many of them aren't in Street League? Like very few.
Yeah, that's true.
Very few, if any. What, Karsten?
Yeah, Carson's not in it. I don't know. There's a couple.
Is that it? Is Karsten the only one that's not in Street League? What'd you say? My phone. My feed keeps breaking up every time you say whatever word you're trying to say.
Guy Mariano.
Oh, Guy. Duh. Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I saw them teasing. I think yesterday it was going to drop on Thrasher, and so I was pretty hyped. I've liked Nike tour videos in the past, but there's so many dudes on Nike, and you kind of don't know what to expect. I feel like, just because there's, like I said, there's so many dudes, you don't know who's going to be on the trip. And I think this trip it's been a few months. I've forgotten that they went on this tour. But the lineup was sick, and I thought the video was put together super well. It was just super enjoyable, like a good tour video, like how a tour video should be. I enjoyed it. There was a good mix of.
I liked it. I loved obviously that it started in Chicago.
Oh yeah, of course, Mike type on that makes sense. To me, for whatever reason, it's really stuck in my head. Well, there was some sick Karsten footage.
Yes.
Yuto does his crazy tricks as you expect. Malto, best style. And then Luan does this one line at night where it does a blunt side kickflip out on a ledge, perfect. And then front blunt backside flip, perfect. And that line was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, and at that demo in Kansas City, does that frontside flip to switch Manny, and they have like that bank to huge table thing. And Luan frontside flip is always
that's good. Fucked. And I also I think we all saw like on social media when Theotis got hurt or whatever, and now we know why.
Yeah, it was crazy that it was
his arm looked fucked up. That thing looked mangled, man.
Yeah. When they had Scooble look up, his elbow looked wild.
Yeah, it looked at the type of injury that like leaves you in complete shock because of how awkward it looks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like one time I broke my ankle and it was kind of stuck to the right. Like my left ankle was kind of stuck right. And it just like made it worse because I was like, what the fuck? Like, why does it look like that? You know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it was crazy to look at his elbow and see it.
Yeah, like especially at a demo with like every kid around him probably like, oh my God, it looks horrible. Oh my God.
Yeah, and I was also kind of surprised. Like, I mean, it just shows you could get hurt on anything. Like he was doing a backside flip down a double set at a park, like pretty much his go-to trick. Like you just awkward fall and then got taken out. And then they brought Carlos met up, hopped in the van, which is sick. Took over. I mean, I don't know if that was planned, but the way they made it in the video.
Yeah, the way they added it literally.
Theotis was gone. He's been replaced by Carlos.
Yeah.
Both those dudes are sick, obviously. What was the last trick in that? What was the ender?
Carson.
It was Carson's 50, huh?
Yeah.
That was cool.
I remember I definitely think Carson. Was it Carson Kaplan?
Kleplin.
What is it?
I think it's Carson Kleplin.
Kleplin. I always fuck his last name up. I always just kind of, he's like a one name guy for me. Karsten. I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. His no slide transfer into that bank was super cool too.
I just watched his Nike Chronicles part that not too long ago.
Oh really?
Yeah, that S rail shit,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, the king of the S rail right
I meant
there.
to count how many. I meant to count how many, and I totally forgot.
The last one is
Dude,
just
it had to have been like 10 different S rails. Like
there's a lot
that's wild. Like, where do you find that?
when you're on trips.
Yeah, I guess that's like the Nike, the Nike shit, dude. Send us your spots. Send us your S rails.
I thought it was tight. That's like that makes me think of Tori Pudwell when he was working on the Flat Bar Frenzy. He would post like
I
DM
know.
me any flat bar spots.
Yeah,
That's sick.
I know. Jaws did that shit too with
Oh,
like
for roofs, right?
yeah, with roofs. Yep.
That's sick.
What a freak.
Yeah, it's a little different than DM me a flat bar. DM,
Right?
DM me a
Send me
roof.
your gnarliest shit, and I'll make my pictures.
Kids are just setting their house.
Dude, I bet.
My mom will let you skate.
Imagine how many troll posts he got sent. Dude, are you kidding?
So funny.
The Grand Canyon and shit. Jump off this.
So we already mentioned Luan. He had a Christmas special Battle Commander released.
Oh man, he went off.
Obviously on the barracks. And yeah, Mike, you already sound hyped on it. When you were watching this Nike thing, you were talking how Luan is like there's a pro, like there's pros and they deserve to be pro and they're super good. And then you were saying Luan's like in this category of like super pro too.
Yeah, in my opinion, he's like in that elite class, you know? Like he's in that he's in that list of dudes with like the Shane O'Neills and the P Rods and like the dudes that like quote unquote like don't fuck up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like they're like those robot, like just monster dudes. Like Luan can do any trick. You know what I mean? Like he can at this point he's like Shane where it almost feels like he can think of something cool and probably do it that day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's especially with him skating a skate park, like it's like child's play, it seems like. Like there's like really hard tricks that he does that it just seems like at this point seem easy for him. Like case in point, like the tray flip no slide big spin. Like, dude, he did that like he didn't give a fuck. Like he did it like Chase was like, okay, you just got here, Luan. You want to warm up? And he's just like, nah.
Like, and he did that nollie big flip no slide big spin.
Yeah. Like holy shit.
So crazy.
Man. What does he do? He also does tray flip no slide heel flip forward.
I believe so, yeah.
Like, geez, dude. Like,
you know what?
That's so technically fucked up. Like, there's so much going on.
Is in Not Another Transworld video when Shane does that tray flip no slide and then like nollie back 270 heel flips.
Yeah.
That just made me think of that because I randomly watched that part the other day and that is so insane. Like that part's been out for like that video came out a decent amount of time ago. I don't think anyone's done that.
I think that he's I've said this before with Shane how like we know that every video project we get from him is gonna have some shit we've never seen before.
Yeah, for sure.
And I kind of feel like it's like the same thing with like Luan.
Yeah, Luan's super progressive.
Yeah.
To me, I'm sure a lot of people liked it, but it might not be the craziest trick in the Battle Commander, but definitely my favorite is there's like that little baby hubba mani pad thing next to the 3-stair before the 7 at the barracks. He went up it and did back nose grind ollie backside flip.
Yeah, that's fucked.
It's like, yeah, that's gnarly. Super gnarly, don't get me wrong. But just the way he did it, like, the way he flicked, it looked like he was just nollie flipping. And then, like, kind of caught it and was coming down and just whipped it. And I was like, whoa, I did not think that was
right. Which, you know, kind of plays off of what I was saying with, like, him just, like, his board feel, being comfortable on his board.
His control over his skateboard
is insane.
I mean, even if you watch, there's a line in there, he fakey flips over a red bench. And, like, when you're watching a video project and it's a pro skateboarder, you're probably not going to think much of that. But if you've ever tried to fakey flip over something on flat ground, that's
so
extremely challenging. And that bench isn't low.
Yeah.
And he did it. And I'm pretty sure he did it and didn't push and then did a switch tail slide, like 540 thing out. So it's like, it's just crazy. I love his flick. Like on those frontside flips and his hard flips.
That's what
What?
Yeah, it's so visually appealing. Like I remember what did P-Rod call him when he got him on Nike, like a gazelle or some shit like that?
Oh, that one like phone call video.
Yeah, dude, that
I
was
forgot
so
about
good.
that.
I loved that. That was like
That
such
was
a
pretty
good
funny.
way to introduce a dude.
Yeah, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just can you tell I'm stoked on the wand?
Yeah, yeah, we could tell.
I think he's gonna go down as total full on skate guy if he's not already.
Yeah.
Like people are gonna
Um,
be fucking with Lawan. He's undeniable. That's what it is. That's the word I'll use.
I've actually kind of felt the same way about Antonio Durao at his next New Wave part released this week. When I watch his skating, I kind of just think like this is
Makes you
going to
want to
be
go
a dude
skate.
in like 10 years that's going to be looked back on as a legend. Like,
Yep. I
or
completely
more than
agree.
10. I'm just saying, like, because he's still new to the scene. But like,
How old is he?
I would say young 20s probably.
Yeah, okay.
Um, but dude, just like his pop and the style, like he kind of gives me like a little bit of an older vibe in a way. Like of a Tiago. Tiago gives me like similar feeling, you know, of like you could see these dudes skating in the '90s, like TX or
I agree.
you know, kind of just that feel, which is sick.
Totally.
And it's kind of just the way that those dudes like spring load their pop and just flick and
Do
fly
you feel
over.
like he spring loads it though? I feel like it comes out of nowhere.
I mean, when he does,
I don't know, man. I feel like when he like pops his shit, it's just like poof, like he's just got rocket legs or something.
switch frontside flip over the bench in New York City, like I feel like he bends down low and you're like, oh, here we go, and then he just sends the switch frontside flip over that thing.
Yeah, you're not
Like I
wrong.
kind of see it coming,
Okay, definitely,
not
he
in a bad way.
definitely, yeah, I definitely think he loads his pop up more switch than regular stance.
Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
that makes I can see that, especially with like in that numbers edit when he did that front switch run heel, like he definitely
Oh,
like
that thing
popped it.
was huge.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that handrail he went over could have been another half of that height on top, and he was
yeah,
clearing it.
yeah, like comfortably.
I think that's probably like the sickest switch front heel ever.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah,
Um,
I think it
but to
is.
speak about his new part, um, I've
What
actually
switch
been
front
waiting for
5.0 at
this.
Hollywood?
I've been waiting for the switch front crook to come up because they had a print ad of it in a mag. Yeah, I don't remember if it was Thrasher or Skateboard Mag at the time or whatever. Um, but I was like, dude, I gotta see that footage. And I'm pretty sure that ad was before his Thrasher part was released, and it wasn't in there. So like, oh, that's kind of weird. But it was obviously being saved for this project. He's been working like on a couple of things at once, which is cool. Um, I mean, that switch front crook and the switch front 5.0.
Switch front 5.0 is more fucked up to me.
The thing that's crazy to me about the switch front 5.0 was like, it's almost like he switch ollies and then he just goes like this. He like travels sideways. Like
Yeah,
it looks like he just gets to. It looks so crazy.
I just totally don't understand how he could do that.
I don't know how anyone can get their truck on that thing from flat.
Right?
It is massive, massive. Like I don't know.
Yeah, that guy's a savage.
He's crazy. I also really like that clip. He does a Manny and then tray flips on a 3 block, and the tray flip is so good. I mean, obviously, what we should have to mention is the switch flip nose blunt at a table for the ender. Like, I don't know. I'm psyched to see what else he does in the coming
Tell me figure out what's wrong with them.
in the rest of his
Drip stop.
career on a skateboard.
Move that thing up.
He's super fun to watch, obviously, which is sick. Uh, and then also, we actually mentioned this last week because we knew it was going to be coming out. They'd been teasing it. Adidas released a Nora documentary, which Retta filmed.
I think it
And
was everything I thought it was gonna be.
yeah,
Right?
I know what you mean. Like I had it was kind of like what you would expect, but it
Mm-hmm.
was really enjoyable, at least for me. Like it was just cool to hear all the people, everyone's different way of explaining Nora or like what they're
Reynolds
psyched on.
especially loves Nora,
Dude,
dude.
I loved how like he pulled out Stella's notebook or whatever that she'd been
Yeah.
drawing in, and like how he would call like Reynolds was saying he calls Nora, and it's like Like my daughter looks up to you so much, and just the way he was talking about it was super sick.
Yeah, that was my favorite part of the whole thing was Reynolds talking about Nora.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I liked. It was cool to hear Sage talk about Nora.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that they were like friends like that.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't really know there was any connection
You
there
can tell
either.
that he's like hyped on her.
Yeah, which was sick. Yeah, because just like you, like I didn't. I mean, they're not really teammates, you know. Like I don't know where the connection started, but that's sick. And then Lacey was a super cool perspective as well. And I
Melissa
mentioned this
Schumer
last week.
was sick too, because I think that like as soon as they start talking about women in skateboarding, I think that her name is always going to be mentioned.
Who was that?
Melissa Steamer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I mean, I feel like with every girl skater, you can go to like their social media feeds, right? And it will always, always, always have people in the comments that are like, I could do that. I could do everything she does. Why is she even pro? Blah, like almost all the time, dude.
Yeah.
Like I know Samaria got it a lot, and I was just like, dude, what? Like Samaria is so sick. Like what the fuck? So I feel like, especially for like Alyssa to talk about it, because she was like the pioneer of like women turning pro. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So it's like, I don't know. I think that they had the right women in there.
Yeah.
Like all the women that they had representing skating, I think other than Leticia, like every woman skater that I think of when I think of like women skaters were in there.
Yeah, they definitely have the big names.
Yeah.
The women that are like a lot of the women that are really representing skating and pushing
Right.
forward or
I
have
think
in the past and still are.
they do like she is hella pro, dude. Like I don't understand how like I
Who
don't know,
are you
like
referring to right now?
not like when Reynolds like referred to her, it's just like she's not my favorite girl skater. She's just like my favorite skater, and I was just like, yeah, that's like how good she is, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and her style, like
Yeah,
it's just enjoyable. Like I mean, there's a lot of skateboarders you'd say that about, um, but she's just I don't know because I don't want to just sound repetitive. Like she's fun to watch, but it's like she's just good skateboarding, cool trick selection, and like does her thing, which
yeah.
is
I like
sick.
seeing her street clips for sure.
Yeah, it is cool to get that mixed in there, and she has a lot of personality, which can be hard to I think translate at times through skateboarding. And I mean, she does it through like obviously through different social media platforms and like funny B-roll or like whatever it is. But it kind of just gives something more to watch than just the tricks. It's like I don't know. It's almost I guess in a way it just makes it relatable. Like you kind of feel like you know her as a person because of video projects like this documentary and just the way she puts herself out there,
Yeah,
which is
definitely.
sick. And I mentioned this last week, but I was just stoked now that I've seen it that it wasn't. I'm just hyped that they had people that have nothing to do with Adidas that are on Nike, that are on Con, that are on whatever shoe brand. Like it wasn't. It didn't turn into a big commercial.
Right.
Um, and I think that I mean that could easily happen with a big brand like Adidas or if Nike or whoever were to do something like that. You could see that happening because obviously those brands a lot of times are very strict and kind of like on it
Who
about
was it?
making their logos big in there.
Yo, who was it that did that like video or like that edit, but it had Silas Baxter Neal in it, and like it wasn't Adidas, but it actually like
Oh,
featured Silas?
it was Huff.
Huff. Okay.
Yeah, I remember that. I thought that was cool. I just always think it's sick
Yeah.
because it's something you don't see often with shoe brands.
Never. You see, never.
Um, I mean, in Chronicles 3, Guy has a trick and he's wasn't yet on Nike, I
Yeah,
believe.
it was. Yeah, it
No, I
was.
think when it came out, the announcement was the same time, but in the footage, I believe he has the cause.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, it was like the in between time where he's like on Nike, just hasn't been introduced fully.
No. When it was filmed, he was on the guy. I'm like 99% sure.
Like he's wearing Lakai's.
I'm pretty positive.
I
I
don't
think he
think
might have
so.
like the Owens where you like can't really see the logo,
Uh,
but he's not wearing
I'm pretty
Nike.
sure he's wearing like the all black Grant Taylor shoes, dude.
Nah.
I don't think so, bro. I don't know about that one,
Should
dog.
we get to the bottom of this live on Fillet?
Can we?
Yeah, I'm clicking on the file right now,
Let's get it.
just for the pure curiosity of our
Dude,
arts.
the way I picture him is like he's wearing Nikes, dude.
I think he has a Lacoste shoe that you just can't really see the logo.
Nah.
All right, here we go. Got to the clip.
All right, video share it, dude. How do you do that?
Oh, should we try the screen share? We'll see if this works.
Yeah.
If not, we'll just have to. You'll have to take my word if we get to a answer here. Okay, we're gonna try the Google Hangout screen share. So everyone should, Mike and every viewer, when you're watching this, should be able to see my screen right now. See, it does this weird thing. Can you see it at all, Mike?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Ooh,
play it without the audio, remember.
It won't play with it when I do the screen share.
Oh, what?
Sorry.
Lame.
All right, well, yeah, so let me actually click on this real quick because I'm kind of intrigued at this point.
All right, well, just keep it moving. What else we got on this list?
Yeah. Let's see. So Nora's project was released. Shane O'Neill, more Nike skateboarders.
I wish it was longer, dude. It's only 2 minutes.
It is short, but it wasn't a video part, you know.
I know. It's just a little edit with his friends, dude. I know. It was fire, dude, but I just wanted there to be more.
Just to clear this up, he's not wearing Nikes.
You're positive?
Guy Mariano in Chronicles 3 has Lakai's on.
Interesting.
But he wasn't on Nike yet. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, Shane O'Neill. So you wanted it to be longer. Why is that? Because you just loved the whole 2 minutes and you didn't want it to end?
Yeah, Shane O'Neill.
Yeah.
Damn, is he really wearing Lakai's? That's wild. I never noticed that.
It looks exactly like the Owen slip-on, and when he falls, you see the sole, and it looks like exactly like the Lakai sole. They're black and the sole's white, but there's like black stuff. Like it looks like he sprayed it, but maybe like.
I wonder why Nike wouldn't have him get a clip for them.
It wasn't on yet.
When Nike Chronicles premiered, he wasn't on yet?
Let's see when the premiere was. Okay, let's talk about Shane, and I'll Google this stuff. All right, so yes, Shane O'Neill was, what was it, China Trippin' with Shane and his friends. Filmed by James, Shane's filmer for many years. I think this Shane video definitely had a little different vibe. Like I said, it's not a video part.
His friends are ripping.
Yeah, his friends kill it.
That dude with the beard is a beast.
I really like the filming and just like how that footage looked was just sick. Definitely to me, favorite trick in that video. He does a switch front tail, switch laser flip, and I've never seen that trick done.
Yeah, that's insane.
It was done absolutely perfect.
I was gonna say it definitely does not look switch by any means.
Dude, it was perfect. And it was just a little more of a Nike, or I said Nike because I'm typing in Nike. A little more of a mellow vibe. I feel like it was just like we're on this trip and this is us cruising around, which is still incredible skateboarding. Because like I said, you just switch tail, switch laser flip. But it was something different, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was sick. The song was sick. Like Shane's lines of him cruising and getting his friends clips in there. It was just cool. I really liked it. And I had no idea that was coming out. He posted the day before and said, new video tomorrow on Thrasher. And Mike actually texted me like, yo, if Shane's dropping a part tomorrow, like, this just shows he doesn't care about Sodi because no one that's trying to win Sodi would drop a part right now. Yeah, which is true. And like we've already said, it's not really a part. It's more of just like some footage from a trip, which is crazy footage. But Mike is accurate that if you want to win Skater of the Year, you wouldn't drop a part right now. It's like this weird in-between time of like,
it kind of means nothing as far as
like if you drop the craziest video part right now, like I guess it would be on the list of what you did in 2018, but it's not 2018, so I don't know what they would do. That's why I think it's a little weird. I mean, I'm sure it's hectic, and they have the holidays at the end of the month, and New Year's, and like it'd probably be just worse for them to try to do that party and the announcement this time of the year. But I always think it's kind of interesting because it's like, well, what happens when they announce it the first week of December? Like, well, so what if someone drops a crazy part in the next 3 weeks?
That's just the way the industry is, man. It just celebrates the holidays.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, there's some new Shane footage out there. I still think, dude. I think Shane. I hope Shane wins Sodi one year.
Definitely deserves it.
I really hope he wins Sodi one year.
Same with Evan.
Evan has to win Sodi one year.
Like, dude,
just because of his personality and the way he skates is just. It's just like so Thrasher. That sounds like it just. Like him standing with Phelps just seems very perfect.
Yeah, and he just like gets a lot of footage. It's not like he's like some.
No, yeah, he's putting stuff out.
Yeah.
But speaking of Skater of the Year, so obviously Thrasher has been the Skater of the Year is their award. It's been for years. But Quarter Snacks has their own Skater of the Year.
I love
And it's not Jamie Ford. It's not Louis Lopez. It's actually Jamal Smith.
I love Quarter Snacks so much.
Quarter Snacks is so sick. They posted yesterday just saying Jamal Smith, the Quarter Snacks Skater of the Year, and the image that they chose was a screenshot of a tweet of Jamal, and I don't have it pulled up, but to basically say what the tweet says is that I can't kickflip and I skate for and I'm teammates with Lucas on Palace, so anything can happen. That's pretty much the gist of it, which is hilarious.
That's absolutely brilliant, dude.
It's so funny.
He's teaming with Lucas on 2 different teams too, man.
Yeah, Adidas and Palace.
Yeah.
I love Jamal's sense of humor of like being able to make fun of himself on the internet.
I love what he's like, dude. I wish skateboarding would use Twitter more because I like Twitter, dude. It's really fun.
Jamal uses it pretty good.
Yeah, he uses it a lot. His tweets are hilarious, dude. I love when he talks about like himself as a meme.
Yeah.
Like the funniest shit to me.
It must be pretty crazy. Like he did that video for a dime like a while ago now, and you'll still because I follow him on Twitter and he'll like retweet or like reply to stuff that's people still using that.
Yeah,
and he's just like I'm really still a meme.
I'm really still a meme.
It's so funny. And I don't know how he manages to make his heel flip look so cool.
The flat ground ones, dude.
Yeah, just his heel flips. Like it's like I don't understand how he makes it look so sick.
Yeah, he's also really sick at like front fakie and nollie big spin like 360s.
Oh yeah, it's just that's the Jamal. You already know the tornado spin, right?
I know the tornado spin. I'm just saying that was fire. He's so sick at them, dude. Both ways.
I think honestly, like not in a way of hating on him at all. I'm a really big fan of his, but he can like I don't think many other people in the world can make the tricks he does look good.
Yeah,
you know, like imagine if P-Rod went fakie like front full cab big spin, you would just be like, what? It would just look so weird. But Jamal Smith makes it look so sick.
I love the ones like the nollie. Or what was he doing? Fakie
fakie front 3 throws. Like he doesn't even pop them.
I think
like any other pro skateboarder or like big name am that was trying to make that trick look cool would have to pop it really good and like.
Dude, he just
fully spin it or like dude add something. But Jamal could do it in a sense of like it's almost like a little kid trick because he doesn't pop it and just like spins and whatever, but he makes it look so sick. It's so cool.
I agree.
Sabotage 5. Speaking of Jamal,
shit, let's go.
Philly homies.
Dude, Sabotage 5 is the shit.
I
watched all those parts at least like 2 times each.
That's sick. Dude, there's some Love Park destruction.
Dude, there's like
possibly the last Love Park footage we'll see.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Those dudes were skiing until the end.
I was thinking that exact same.
Those dudes were skiing until the very end when there's dirt and no concrete.
Mm-hmm. That one dude does the switch hard flip when it literally looks like there's like ruins in the background.
Dude, it's cool to see how. I mean, it sucks to see that it's gone, and like if you're from there, how much of a bummer that would be for the skate community. But it was cool to see like the amount of effort they put into still skate it until it was literally gone.
Dude, they're fucked up.
Definitely, what stands out to me was just that bump over can that like is pretty much in every part. I Love Park where they would.
It gets destroyed.
Dude, they were going off on that thing. There's a
Yeah,
fat switch tray, switch backside flip, switch pop shove it,
yeah.
and I don't know about you, Mike,
Did you
but
watch all the parts?
I believe I've seen all of them. I kept open the tab of my favorite, so I remember to
Mhm.
say his name. He did the switch backside flip. I believe that was his ender. Tor Bevino,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bevino.
Mine
His
was that.
part was crazy.
Yeah, I like that Kevin Billiou.
Yeah, yeah,
That the one I tagged you in, dude. Oh
yeah.
my
That part
god,
was
that
super
shit
rad.
is like straight, just like power, dude. Just
Yeah,
power. I don't know. I get hyped on sabotage videos. Those shits are
no,
gangster, man.
it's raw. It's this dude tore his switchback tail just completely one footed. Like his
Yeah,
front foot is just dangling.
yeah, dude. Like it's wild how like it's switched whenever people do that. Like
Yeah, no, it's just
off
wild.
thing.
Um,
Oh
and like
man.
I said, I mean, kind of like love being taken down during this whole time period of filming for this video and it's whatever. It kind of brought like more options in a way to skate it. Like they have all these a bunch of the blocks like lifted up and there's dirt into a gap to another block and like
I
weird
love
gap
that.
to mani pads. Like it definitely brought like a lot of creativity into skating love differently, and they were down to skate it till the end, which is super cool.
Yeah, I mean the
Um,
next sabotage video is gonna have a different aesthetic to it, regardless.
yeah, I mean we're not going to see a spot that we've seen in every sabotage video, so
Right? Pretty much like the
that's what they're known for,
entire
right?
video. Yeah.
I mean they're Philly dudes. They'll kill all the Philly spots for sure, but it's definitely like when I think of sabotage, I know. I mean, you know, you're going to see a bunch of Love Park footage.
And really, really good style.
Yeah, it's just
Like
raw.
they all got that good shit, dude. Like, and they all, every single one of them has like the best switchback tail.
Yeah, they're super good
Like
at
all of them
legends.
got that shit.
Because when you skate love for years, you would get really good at
I
legends.
think that's just like one of them staples, dude. That you like, if you're stepping to that shit, you better have a switchback tail.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. There's some good ones. That dude Tor I was talking about. I think he does switch flip, back tail, switch big flip in his part. It's
That's
a crazy tech.
nutty.
Some Shane O'Neill stuff.
Yeah.
Jordan Maxim released his part on Christmas Day
Transworld?
for on Transworld for dummy wheels.
Yep.
Um,
I don't know
I
what
believe,
Dummy Wheels is.
yeah, you do. Beagle talked about it in his nightclub. Beagle's one of the owners.
Beeble?
No, 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 no.
Beagle?
Beagle.
Oh, duh. Actually, I did know that
Um,
from that nightclub.
yeah. Oh yeah, Jordan. So the caption they used or description said it's his third part of the year. So he's been
I
busy
mean,
with
dude,
it also.
if you're mystery, you're pretty hyped on him.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like he's put out way
Yeah,
more footage than anyone else on that team.
yeah. I would think you're right based off the top of my head.
Yeah, like I know
Yeah, he
Sierra
stays busy.
Fellers.
He's out filming all the time.
I know Sierra Fellers will pop up here and there, but I feel like Jordan Maxim has either been like posting Instagram shit or dropping video parts the entire year.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely see Sierra like he stays relevant through like different internet stuff, but I don't think we've seen a Sierra video part in a little
And Moose
while.
is hurt, right?
I'm not really sure, honestly.
I
I'm
think
not gonna say yes or no because I really don't know.
I think Moose is either coming back from an injury or got injured.
But pretty much, Jordan Maxim solidifies the fact that he's the king of the pop out.
Yeah, he's fucking
Whether
cool.
it's a front feeble, a backside feeble,
The backside
a
board
front
slide.
nose slide, a front board. He didn't really do that in this part, but his last part, he was doing those front board ollie overs. As Mike calls him, the Rob Wooten.
What? The front board pop over?
Yeah, but were you ollie?
That's that Rob Wooten shit, dude. He does the best one. Every time you post something with like a front board pop over, I'll just tag him in your shit. I want to know if he fucking is looking at it though, dude. He never responds.
He doesn't have time for Hollywood Medines.
I know. I just
Yeah,
want to know if he realizes
I know.
that we appreciate him on this show. That's all.
Oh, hopefully he knows. I mean, I don't think either of us have ever talked to Rob Wooten, but we love his skateboarding. You know what's as good at that? The ollie over thing is Michael Paluzzi. He's done a sick one.
Yeah, because he's the fucking man, dude. We know that too.
Yeah. Of course. What were we talking? Oh, Max. And he does that crazy is ender. It's like this crazy ollie over to back nose blunt type thing. It's like a thin hubba, and he goes at it front side, but then he locks
Oh
in on
yeah,
the other
how do
side.
you do that?
And there's just a pull at the bottom. Like it was
I don't. Yeah,
high
I don't
risk.
know how he did that either. Like
High risk situation. And he got the pop over and rolled away.
how does he find all these crazy popover spots?
I don't know. I was thinking that too. I was like, okay, let's say he wants to go out and do this trick. Does he just happen to find it with the pull and that makes it that much sicker? Or are they looking for one that has an object at the bottom?
I feel like at this point they have to be looking for it. Like maybe
definitely someone that skates. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I mean like maybe like it started as that, but I feel like at this point they have to be looking for that.
He skates a lot of spots that we have never seen, I feel like.
A lot. Like a lot. He lives in LA, right? Or he lives in Cali for that matter?
Yeah, LA area at least. I don't know exactly where, but
like dude, he must travel.
Yeah, I mean, he seems to be someone, whether it's him or whoever's filming him is out spot searching. A lot of, like, random...
He's got Mountain Dew money, right?
Yeah, he's still Mountain Dew, as far as I know.
There you go. You can travel with that Mountain Dew money.
Yeah, but a lot of the spots, I don't feel like he's going on trips. I feel like he's just finding different stuff in LA or LA area that people aren't really
That's wild
skating.
to find that many pop-out spots.
Yeah, like it's not like he has to find the biggest rail. He'll skate like a 6 rail or whatever that has some weird bar at the end, and he barely has to like get into that front people and pop out immediately, or like
You're right.
Whatever it is. It's just different stuff where like not many other people are gonna skate that.
Right.
There's not really many trick options. Like unless you have to have the immediate pop out, which is his. I don't know, specialty at this point. He's so good at it.
No shit, right? Totally.
Yeah, that's definitely his thing. Although, speaking of those front board ollie overs, he is the only dude I've ever seen do it down something.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
As far as in the streets. I remember seeing one kid on Instagram do it at a skate park down a rail, which is crazy. But Jordan did it, the ender to his last part. It's whatever, I don't know the name of the spot, but it's everyone skates.
He learned it on Instagram. Jordan Maxim was like, I learned it down a handrail, or like a skate park rail.
Yeah, he did it down that, like, it's like a rail, but it's concrete and it's square, and they put a cone at the bottom. To kind of, I think, just to like visually show that he's going on the other side, which was wild. And then something that I believe was released yesterday. Mike and I just watched this morning. Semi Miyahara is a vision, or Evisen. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing any of this wrong. This is a Japanese board brand that just released a video. And this man, Semi's part, is up on Thrasher. And let me tell you, this might be the best frontside lip slider on a ledge.
Gotta be. I was thinking the same shit.
In the world.
Oh my god, the ender, dude. I don't want to give it away. It's fucked up.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But dude,
because this
I mean, even the lip slide, ollie to lip slide, kickflip out, done perfect.
Yeah, man,
was so insane.
That dude deserves mad views. Like, okay, it's not gonna be like the tricks that's like flip out crazy, flippity floppity, huge handrail, huge. It's not that. It's like somewhat basic tricks, I guess, done at creative, super creative spots.
I can't think of a single spot in that video I've ever seen.
Never, and it's all like stupid, crazy pop, dude. Like,
the filming goes super good with it. It's just like it's done so well. I really need to see that brand's whole video. Where I don't know if it's online, and to look it up. I'll buy that. I need to see that because I watched the trailer for the whole video and I was so hyped on it. And then when they dropped this part here on Thrasher, I mean, dude, that lip slide to nose bonk is just like.
Oh my god, there's two of them that he does. He does a nose grind and then he does a nose bonk one too. And I'm just like, oh my god.
The bonk one, that thing is so. It's like he's lip sliding. That thing is just way up there. And I'm like, how is he gonna get over that?
You're definitely not wrong, dude.
I mean, I just can't imagine trying to lip slide. You have to be so comfortable in that lip slide But just like when you're lip sliding, you just see that massive thing at the end of the ledge, and you're just going towards it. Wow. He handled it, though.
Oh, yeah.
Really, really sick part. I mean, Mike and I just kind of said a couple standouts, but it's just obviously it's hard to sometimes explain how good skating is. You just need to go watch it. I mean, we're both psyched on it. I would say you need to go watch that. You need to go watch that for sure.
Yeah, no shit, right?
That's it as far as the topic list goes. What else? Last week we had Daniel Policelli on the show. He was out here in California for a couple weeks in LA and here in San Diego. He actually just released a video yesterday of a bunch of footage while he was here. It's like 6 minutes long. I'll put that in the description, so everyone should go check that out.
Oh, yeah, I watched that. It was tight.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah.
A bunch of them he's got in there. Chris Roberts, Roger Bagley.
Bagley's got like a wall ride or something?
He does a front slappy, and then he does a ollie to fakie on this bank that they were setting up at the courthouse. The thing was sketchy. It was on a tree. And, like, if you went on a certain side of it, the bank would just fly because it's just a piece of wood. Chris does the really long, that super balanced nose manny. You feel what I'm talking about? Wrecking ball. But yeah, check that out. I'll toss that in the description so you can see what last week's guest has been up to. And Mike and I will be back next week with 135. What was that?
Same time, same place.
Yeah, we'll be here about 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on YouTube. Bye.